All right, in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about right triangles and how we use the Pythagorean theorem to find missing sides. This theorem will only work if we're dealing with a very specific type of triangle. Boom, there it is right there. That is a right triangle. It must have a 90-degree angle in it. Now, what this does, this theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, helps us to find one of the missing sides. Sometimes we'll need to find a missing leg, while other times we'll need to find a missing hypotenuse. If you're not sure what I meant by that, these two sides that make up the right angle, these two sides right here, we call those the legs, while this side across or opposite of the right angle, that is the longest side of the triangle always the longest side. That is what we call the hypotenuse. So now that we know some terminology, let's jump into an actual problem. What if I had something that was 9 feet and down here it was 12 feet? Okay, so my A is 9 feet, my B is 12 feet. Think about a rectangular field or box or whatever it is we're maybe talking about. If we're talking about a rectangle, now we're able to find the distance from corner to corner. How far would that distance be? Okay, that is why this comes in handy. This is why it's helpful. So let's figure it out right now. We're going to just use the theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So as I go right on over here, I'm going to plug in a and b with my values of 9 and 12. So I'm going to say 9 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. Seems simple enough. 9 squared, 9 times 9 equals 81, plus 12 squared, which is 144, equals c squared. Now that I'm working through this, I'm going to combine my like terms here, 81 and 144, for a grand total of 225. It's equal to c squared. And then this last and final step, I'm not trying to find c squared, I'm trying to find c. So I need to get rid of this exponent of 2. How can I eliminate an exponent of 2? We have to do an inverse operation. What is the opposite of squaring something? Square rooting. So we're going to square root the right side, square root the left side. Inverse operations, no different than adding. If something's negative, you're adding to it. If something's positive, you're subtracting from it. Inverse operations, doing the opposite. So that's going to scratch or eliminate the exponent of 2. And now I'm left with c equals the square root of 225, which if you need to use a calculator, use it. But this is a number that most mathematicians already know the square root of. It's a nice, neat, perfect square, and it comes out to 15. So I can now go to my triangle and I can say that this is 15 feet long exactly from here to here. And that is how you find a missing side of a right triangle. Remember, it's got to be a right triangle if we're going to use this theorem. Missing side of a right triangle using the Pythagorean theorem. Now, it's a little bit different when you are given a hypotenuse and a leg and you're trying to find a missing leg. I'll throw another video up for that one, so please go check that out if you're stuck on that at all. But this right here is how we would find a missing hypotenuse. Study hard. Good luck on your upcoming test.